So recently Glitch put out a new indie animated pilot called Gameoverse, which if you guys are unaware is actually an official pilot based off of Rubber Ross's old series that he would make on YouTube, like little animations where like it was basically an episodic short type of show, I guess. Though I will say the actual show itself, the pilot that just recently came out, is a lot different from what the original shorts was, but obviously I'm not complaining because right off the bat, this show looks amazing. The art style is so cute and so well drawn. Like, I love the line work in it. I genuinely have no complaints with the aesthetics of the show itself. And obviously, I'm gonna get into the synopsis of everything. It's pretty much just a backstory for Kit of how her own Gameverse came to end and how she lost all her friends and family. And we learn that every game world, whenever the hero defeats the villain, it ceases to exist. It gets eradicated. And following that, they go and try to save the next game protagonist, Flappers the super dolphin, from having his own world destroyed. Obviously, they're unsuccessful and they end up having to take Flappers with them along this crazy adventure of trying to stop Warwick, the main antagonist, from destroying all of these game verses. So I can confidently say, as I already mentioned, the art style, the art direction, the visuals, the music, all of it is so well executed. Like, I genuinely have no complaints about it whatsoever. And a lot of the characters are super fun and dynamic. I really love Kit's design, which, I mean, no shit, right? It's literally something right up my alley. Cute cat girl who's also really badass. And then obviously we have Caboodle, voiced by Jay Schlatt, which that's already good time for me. I really have nothing else to say about that. He's just a little guy, a little angry guy. And then we have Gobbles, which, truth be told, he's not like my favorite character so far, but he's not the bad. He's not bad. He's just an okay character. And then obviously I think the real star of the show, in my personal opinion, was definitely Bold and Misinformation. I just loved their Jesse James dynamic. It was so fun. And what else can I say, right? I could go on more about like the other characters like Flappers, but they just didn't really seem that crazy to me. Like, they were fun, but I just don't have anything really to say about them. Not in a bad way, of course. It's just I have my favorites. That being said, I think overall the pilot was really well executed. It's really ambitious for what it is, and honestly, I can appreciate that, and it really just makes me feel so hopeful for the future of animation, knowing that there are real artists behind this project and there was so much love and care put into it that it's truly inspirational to me. And I truly hope that one day, if not me, plenty of other artists and animators are able to put their passion projects out there for the world to see, fully funded, fully executed. Like, it's wow. And now, the only real complaints I would have about the pilot itself, and maybe just Gameoverse as a whole, the pacing, which is a common thing with pilots. They always try, people in general, animators, showrunners, whatever, anytime they have a pilot, they try so hard to put so much in such a short time span, which isn't really a bad thing, because obviously you want to garner an audience from the get-go and get people hooked on your show. So I can overlook that. But one thing that I will say does kind of bother me just a little bit, and I know a lot of people are going to hear me complain about this and they're gonna be like, oh my god, you just don't like when women are attractive. Girl, I'm bi. I love women. Okay, I literally, like, one of my favorite things already from the beginning that initially got me hooked to this show and wanting to watch the pilot when it came out was Kit's design. Let's be for real. Regardless, I was not really a fan of how pretty much every single female character in the show is just like a copy paste of their body type. They're all super snatched in the waist, and then they have big voluptuous thighs and a big ass and like moderately sized tits. I don't know, like, they just all had the same exact body type. Kit's mom just looks like Kit, but just with a different face. And then even Kit's friend, who we see in the flashback of her world being destroyed, literally just the same thing, just a different face. Even her friend, her human friend, or seemingly human friend that we see in like the photograph on the ship, has the exact same body type. Misinformation has the exact same body type. And I know people are going to assume that, oh, I just don't like fan service, which, like, yes, to some extent, I'm not the biggest fan of fan service, but I'm also aware that it wasn't just Ross working on this. And even if it just was, it's Robert Ross. Are we really that surprised he made his women all slim, thick? Like, come on now. But also, there were women who worked on this show, and actually the person who made Kit's swimsuit, which is something that people were complaining about, was designed by a woman. But besides all of that, I don't even really mind the fan service. I just wish there was more diversity in terms of the character shapes, like the body types. Again, it's fine if they want to all be curvaceous, but like, can we at least put some variety in there? Like, they were all just the exact same. And then it sucks because the one only female character that seemingly had like a different body type or just was completely different was kind of written off as like a joke. It was Crab Girl, which, I mean, I love her already, but it is just kind of sad that that's like the only distinct female character design. But again, even that stuff I can not necessarily overlook, but it's just understandable. It's written by and created by a man, and unfortunately a lot of the times a lot of female characters are just designed with the male gaze in mind, which, I mean, yes, but also it's kind of meant for me. I mean, I love these character designs. I'm not really complaining. Again, I would just like there to be a little diversity, because I think people don't realize that you can hate fan service or you can even like it. That's fine. Like, there's really no right or wrong in that regard, because it's just an opinion at the end of the day. But I can say that people who think that pointing this out is like a nothing burger of an issue, you're only just perpetuating that misogynistic outlook of, oh, women have to be looking a certain way to be appealing. Like, oh, it's like, oh, so you want these characters to be obese, you want these characters, like, no, dude, like, we're not saying that in here. And even then, what is wrong with the character just who happens to be fat? Like, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Let there just be variety. Women come in different sizes and shapes, and it's just really annoying that even to this day, like, it's always just the male characters who get all these cool and wacky designs, but women are always just tied to looking a certain way because, again, they want to appeal to the male gaze. But again, I just hope that maybe when the show eventually or hopefully gets greenlit and we get a full season of it, I just hope they do a better job of bringing some variety in there, and maybe they'll fix that pacing problem. I know some people also mentioned that the humor was kind of not for them. I can't really say that I hated it. Maybe there was like a couple things that maybe didn't just make me laugh, but I wouldn't say I hated any of the jokes by any means. And also, like, it's Jay dreaming into his funny mic. I have no complaints. I'm having a good time here. Which also, that's another thing. I did find it interesting that I'm pretty sure that that was fully intentional to give him like a different sounding mic as like a callback or an homage to him using the funny mic back in his Minecraft SMP days. Maybe I could be spreading misinformation, but I'd imagine that's the case. Also, the voice acting, I didn't mention this, I probably should edit this better, but the voice acting itself was phenomenal. I really don't have any complaints with the voice actors. They all did a really swell job. It was insane to hear freaking Vegeta voicing the main antagonist of the show. It's actually insane. Like, how did they get him? But you know what? Again, I'm here for it. I have no complaints. And also, it was so awesome to hear Elsie Lovelock. I've been watching some of like the shows that she's in, like the indie stuff, and it's always such a pleasure to hear her voice. Like, I literally heard her and I was like, dude, that's Elsie Lovelock. I know this voice. And then lo and behold, I was right. So that was pretty fun. And obviously Erica Lindbeck, like, that's an iconic voice. Her voice is always so easy to tell. Like, I every time I hear it or anything, I'm like, that's Erica Lindbeck. That's Erica. Like, I just know. And then obviously Michael Cusack, like the freaking, I'm already forgetting his name, but the gigantic shark nappers. That guy, I was like, dude, that's him. That's the guy. And like, that's so cool. Obviously, I don't think the pilot itself is perfect. Or there's definitely room for improvement in terms of pacing, which again might only just be the case because it is a pilot after all. And again, I just hope that they give me some women with more meat on their bones. And I don't even mean in like, oh, make them thicker. Like, maybe just give them some little chow, bro. Like, just change it up. Maybe some of them don't even have meat on their bones, and that's completely fine too. But I just want more wacky female characters. Like, that's all I want. I just want more variety in their designs. But yeah, the people who are relentlessly shitting on this pilot, I feel like they're just being a little much. And it's like, a lot of these people, honestly, they just don't even like animation half the time, and they just want to act like they do so they can find any means to criticize a passion project. And again, if you knew that Rubber Ross was making this shit, why are you surprised that there's like a lot of fan service? Like, come on, have you seen the shit this guy draws? Let's be for real. And also, I think that the people immediately seeing a female character with like curves and like a more bodacious body, like, I feel like if your immediate reaction is to call them gooner bait or like some other misogynistic term, like, that's the real issue. Because why is it that female characters can be curvaceous and stuff, and then they just automatically deemed goon bait? But if it was a thin character, no one would say shit. And that's what really like grinds my gear. Again, like, I feel like the bigger issue is not that they're curvaceous, it's just that there's no variety. Like, you can be upset that the characters all look the same, but then to go around and then say that they are gooner bait because they're conventionally attractive, like that's just stupid, because you wouldn't say that shit in real life. So why are we saying it over a fictional character? Like, guys, like, you guys are cringe. Stop doing that. Anyways, before I ramble any more about that, again, let it be known, I am fully behind this project. I literally bought merch the second the freaking pilot ended, because come on now, it's on sale. I want to support this show, and I am just a really big fan of Rubber Ross's work. I wouldn't say I've been a super fan, but I actually did used to vaguely watch the Gameoverse shorts from like back in the day, and it's just so genuinely so cool that this guy was able to make his dreams a reality, make his show come to life. And I wish nothing but success for all the people involved in the project. And yeah, I would rate this pilot a solid 8 out of 10. Again, all my complaints can easily be fixed, hopefully, maybe, but if it's not, I will still keep in touch and keep up with the show, because I love the art style, I love the pencil work, like I love the colors, the characters are fun and engaging. So yeah, that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.